That's the tea.
I'll start off and I'll say yes.
I'll say it does not, but I'll much rather be unhappy in a Lambo than I would be barefoot, 10 toes, 100%. That's what I'm saying. It makes you happier.
Can't disagree with that, to be fair.
You disagree?
No, I said you can't disagree with that. Like,
It depends what kind of person you are. Like, if you are money motivated and you've got that sort of big ego, like, of course you're going to say you want to cry in a Lambo.
Oh my God.
But, yeah. No, go on, it's cool.
The only reason I say that I can't Champions thing. The only reason why I say that I can't buy happiness, because, well, you can have all the money in the world, your mum could die, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be as happy as, like, everyone around you could die, you're not going to be happy. Like, money can't bring them back.
For me, we've had this discussion before, and for me, the answer is no. I think money gives you the idea of happiness, but it doesn't buy you or bring you happiness. I think, happiness comes from within. So, I mean, like Tasha said, like, it depends on the type of person you are. But it definitely does not buy you happiness. It just gives you the idea of happiness.
It'll keep you happy for a certain amount of time. Yeah. Then that's it.
Like, money will keep you happy.
I reckon it depends on if it's a means to an end that's supposed to just a focus. There's no aim. The means to the end is just getting the money.
Yeah.
It depends on your mindset, because for you to say, okay, fine, you can have the money, but it depends on your mindset when you have the money. Do you see where I'm coming from? Yeah. So it can make you happier to an extent, but at the same time, it's something that you can also use to sort of paper over cracks, depending on what you're going through, sort of thing. But I don't think it's an aid towards happiness, is how I'll put it. It won't bring you happiness, but like, things are a bit easier. Think about it.
Yeah.
Or you have less worries, but then again, more money, more problems at the same time. So
you could have all the money in the world, come home by yourself, just sit there unhappy. You could have all the money in the world, Lamborghini's parked outside, and then you come home and you're just chilling by yourself on your own. Because you're a bad person.
I mean, even if you look at it, like, you've got some of the people in the world who've had money. Example, Scott Scotch, was one of the biggest producers going out there. He blew 80 million.
Cocaine.
Just like that.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Just like that.
Seriously, yeah.
But then that's the thing, like, I was watching his interview the other day. He was like, because he was unhappy, he was buying things to fill the void. Like, he went and bought a $35 million mansion.
That is a setback.
Money is endless, but life isn't. And I think, like, when it comes to money, it's just literally paper at the end of the day.
It's not going with you.
Like, if you think about it psychologically, it's just a piece of paper which has value. But us as humans, I think, have failed because we've made that our entire life. So life is, it's going to end very soon.
You know what it is as well, yeah. It's not actually the money that. Obviously, it's not actually the money that we're in love with. It's the things that the money can do. Yeah. It still happens that you can do a lot more things with money that you can't do without money. So it's not that it buys happiness. It's just that it can buy more things that make you happy.
It opens more doors, more opportunity.
I don't know if anyone saw the Whitney Houston documentary, but obviously the way that she passed away was through drugs and overdose and whatever. But that just goes to show she had all the money in the world and her life was still failing behind the scenes. And there was just a lot of drama. And you just never know what's going on in someone's life.
That's true. I've just been quiet so I could listen to everyone's input and see if I still change my mind, and I still don't change my mind. No, serious.
Okay, I
can't see myself being broke and happy. You understand? Like,
but with everything, there's got to be that's what I said. With everything, there's got to be proportionality. You can't just go
100%.
that broke million. Like, there's bits in between. You see where I'm coming from?
But why do we?
Right now, are you happy?
Right now.
And don't give me no gassed answer, bro. Be legit with yourself. God is watching you, innit?
I'm not happy.
You're not happy.
I'm not
Cool.
happy.
But what's your definition of happiness?
Definition of happiness is obviously when I'm earning big bucks.
Okay, but is that the only definition of happiness that you have?
For me, yeah. For me, I need to be rich. Do you understand? That's why I went to uni. That's why I need. I need. So that's why I went to uni. That's why right now I'm looking for all of those things. All our lives it revolves around money. You can't tell me that tomorrow. You know what? F it. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm just gonna chill home.
But that's a survival thing, though. Because no one has got the ability, unless you've already got money in the bank somewhere, to just be like, yeah, I'm not going to work.
But then, even if you look at like, you don't go to school to get money. You go to school to get knowledge.
Yeah, listen, but then again, you have to you ain't got a choice.
that knowledge is important. Listen. That knowledge, we're going to get the knowledge so you can MP. Because for my job.
What would you do? Okay, so what would you do if it was a choice? If you picked your family over money, what would you choose?
You see that? Yeah.
See, that's why we said there's proportionality, bro. What's your definition of happiness?
Okay. No, I wouldn't pick the money.
Lies.
That will come
That's a
with a lot of stress.
contradiction.
That will come with a lot of stress, though, if you think about it. Because let's I pick my family now, and we're there now, broke in the house. I see my mom struggling, or I don't have the car I wanted.
You say half and half. To sort some of the family, get some of the money.
And then buy the family back.
If that would happen, but yes. And you know how you're saying how some of the people, even though they had all this money, they were buying 80 mil on whatever. Is it 80 mil on cocaine?
He blew 80 million. Basically.
But you see, I got Jesus Christ, so I won't do none of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I will spend this money wisely and I will enjoy it.
But do you know what it is? It's easy to say that because you ain't got it.
100%.
You know them things, and I'm sure you've already clocked.
Because the thing is, we can look at the situation and say, oh my God, how can you blow 80 million? I'll never do that. But when you get 80 million,
If you have that many zeros in the bank,
trust me.
I'll ask you this question, Marvin. So, to back up what you're saying, you should have clocked by now that there's probably decisions you didn't think you'd make, or things you thought about doing as you're that's what, until you're there, you don't know what you're going to do with the money.
You know you're going to do the money.
You can plan for it, but once it happens, do you think you're going to follow the exact same thing?
Like I said, I got Jesus Christ. So I like to say, so I like to think I will act in the right way. You understand?
So if you saw 80 mil in your account tomorrow,
Oh. Listen, go on, sorry.
yeah. So if you found that money in your account tomorrow, what would be the first thing you'd do?
20 million in the collection box. Thank God. 20 million. Hold that.
Obviously, because like I said, I have Jesus in my life, so I have to give about 10% tithe to the church first. Then after sponsoring the church, then I sponsor all my peoples. We all eat. Everyone's eating. You know what I mean? Then after that, I go on a vacation. Come, you see, these are all the things making me happy. Do you understand?
But then understand with all that money, you gotta understand, it also changes you. You're not gonna be the same Marvin that we know today.
I will hold you down. Like I said, I got Jesus Christ. I will be the same.
Even so, you got Jesus or whatever, you're still gonna change.
Just by proxy of the fact that it will change your circle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not even that you change the same person. It's that you got money now. Like you're not going to be the same without money as you are with money. You're still that same person. You just wasn't in a position to move like that before because you just never had the money.
Money doesn't define a person, though.
Yeah, 100%.
So
It doesn't, but the more money you've got, the more dangerous it is to retain your personality.
yeah, but that's when there's a hierarchy, and you'll probably end up chilling with the wrong people, getting in the wrong crowd, leading to overdose or something.
I said, I don't know. I just have to do this. I don't have to say much. If I do this, then you know what I mean. Well, I used to say to one of my friends that what you guys were saying is correct. That you won't know until you're in that position. Because there was a point in time in my life when I had a lot. And I even told you this story, didn't I? I had a lot of money. Then, in literally a space of a week, all the money was gone. So, 100%, I didn't have Jesus Christ at that time. My faith was not strong.
It's not to do with, it's not had nothing to do with Jesus Christ, bro. You were young, you had money, you blew it, bro. You were living the life, innit, bro. That's what it was. That's what most people do. At least, especially when it's your first batch of big money.
You know. So, like, with that being said, to a certain extent, I do agree. But I'm still very strong in the fact that besides my religion, that's the main reason why we're alive. That's the main reason we wake up. That goes to earn money, because money makes the world go round, like they say.
But then, to me, it sounds like you're basing your happiness on materialism.
That's the danger.
You're basing your happiness on material things that you can visually see, right?
But see and feel, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can see and feel it, but is that really happiness though? Because remember, nothing lasts forever.
But what I'm telling you, yeah, when I'm sleeping in that bed, it feels nice. Listen, I've slept on the floor, I've slept on the bed. I know the difference, yeah. if I'm able, yeah, to buy, I've slept on the floor, you get me? I know the difference. If I'm able to buy a nice bed making me feel comfortable, if I'm able to buy a nice car, I don't care. I'll be like this. And I'll win. You get me?
But then the flip side to that, yeah, you can have all that money, but if you're not happy within your own self, regardless of how many things you buy, it's never gonna be enough.
You can make the change and maintain the money.
Exactly.
For example, yeah, you're rich now. You got a wife. You love your wife. You and your wife been together 10 years now. 2 2s now. She leaves you for some McDonald's for no peas. He's got no peas. Well, he got no peas. You've been buying her good shit. Spare designer. She just leaves you for a man that's got no peas. Are you still going to be happy?
I'll get a new thing.
No, don't guess.
She built up K-Town TV. By this time now, K-Town TV's bust. Like, it's blowing. It's big. She helped you get there. And then she decided, you know what? The money changing, I'm gone. I want a new man. He drives a bus. Or he works in KFC, but he treats me good. He looks at me the right way. Then what?
Now you see, alright. Obviously, I'll be mad. I'll be upset. But that's on the storyline that I change, and I hope that I don't change when we bust, when we're all flossing, all of us. I hope I don't change.
She might not even change. She might just leave you. She might just fall out of love with you.
Yeah, alright, maybe yeah. I might feel a certain way.
Yeah, but then that bed will be lonely.
Yeah,
100%.
that's silk. And they're rolling around.
You're still singing Cisco incomplete.
I've got money. I'll just be laying like this with all the money around me. But Kat, you've been a bit quiet. Talk to me. What do you think about it?
I think it depends on your upbringing. Like, I think that takes a big part into it. If you've been brought up right, no matter what money you have, you'll always stay humble. And I think money contributes to your happiness, but it doesn't define your happiness. It will get you there, and it will help you get there because it will give you more opportunities and open more doors, but it's not going to be what keeps you happy at the end of the day. When you go bed, you don't go bed looking at Halifax like, oh, look at all them zeros. You go bed like, sweet dreams, babe.
No, I'll be looking at them zeros. I'll be real. I will check that every night. Wait. Smile. We're about to see.
That is true.
No.
That is true. Cause the amount of stress I've had, yeah, when I look at my account, it's minus. You don't understand. The stress is real. So when
But yeah, money can bring you happiness, but money could also bring you down to a point of like you're seriously depressed. Like people at uni that see that minus all the time, that's stressful. Like you want to go Tesco and you're like, wow, I've got a tenner. Like help me. Like money can bring you extreme happiness, but it can also be the complete opposite. I think it's about it's finding the medium. Not one extreme, not the other. Like happy.
If you're not mentally stable,
Yeah,
I mean, money
100%.
doesn't mean anything. I mean, if you're not 100% there.
Oh, I think I'm 100% there. I'll be serious. I'll be serious. So are we all saying that money does not buy happiness?
No, it's not. Money will contribute and it will come down the line, but ultimately there's a fine line first. Like you as a person come first, and then money will come and help you along. But money doesn't define it by itself.
I feel like
You're wrong.
Hit him with it.
I feel like you have to address the question. Like, we're all intellectuals out here.
Is this a uni essay? Why? What are we addressing?
Darling, I think you're a bit hurt. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that there's two sides. I agree with what you're saying, but with the question that was thrown, he said, can money buy you happiness? Not that is money ultimate happiness.
Or a source of happiness.
You get me? He said, can it buy you happiness? Like he said, yeah. Like he said, I slept on the floor. We've been sleeping on the floor, bro. We've all flown out. You like we've been on holiday. You get me? When you're flying out and you're living good, you get me? Listen,
You're chilling.
let's all not lie here. There's been times we've all been broke. But you fly out one time, you forgot about all your finances. All your finances you've forgotten until you come back. Live life. Fly out, yeah. Listen, me, I've been on holiday times, yeah. I know that I've got insurance to pay. Listen, you man. Everyone.
Drink so much.
Yeah, me. So I feel like on a serious note, the money can buy you happiness, but
It's not everlasting.
it's not everlasting happiness.
It's temporary.
It's not temporary.
It's temporary.
Listen, that Lamborghini is not temporary, man.
Let me tell you this for me, yeah. So yeah, you buy this Lamborghini now, yeah. You're driving it with your mum, and you crash the car. Your mum dies in it.
Okay, that's the thing. That's the whole point that we're going off topic. You get me? See, when we're talking about can money buy you happiness here, it's not about life. We're not thinking about life at this point in time. If that was the case here, then money is nothing. Am I making sense? Did you get my point? Like, there's some things that it's out of our control. Like you're saying, like natural disasters, like we can't control that. Of course. So there's certain things you can't add to the debate. It's like me saying, oh, if you're driving a Lamborghini, bro, the same thing you're talking about. Let me just add this here. You're talking about the Lamborghini and your mum drives here. Well, deeper this way, what if bailiffs come and take everything out of your mum's house and your mum's on road?
What do you mean?
I get what you're saying.
Do you get my point? That's the thing about money can't buy happiness. That's where it comes in. Stuff like death, we can't control that. But if your mum's right now on road and they say, oh, Delight, the other day we saw it's on Twitter, we're tweeting, oh, Delight's mum's on road. That's boiling it.
Of course.
So that's the whole thing. Like, there's certain things, there's all as much money can do, but there's certain things that we can't control.
Yeah, but the same way you said you need to address the question, and you said, can money buy you happiness? It's the word happiness. Like.
No, the word is the money.
Yeah.
The money.
No, but happiness, like.
Happiness is the key.
Yeah.
Happiness is the key word in all this.
Happy? If your mum's on road.
Yeah, but why does the brand or the Lamborghini or the car have to bring you happiness? Like, happiness is deeper than that. Like,
Have you ever sat in a Polo?
I drive a Honda Jazz and I live cushy because I'm living my best life.
That's what
Like, no matter what I'm driving, I'm happy. I'm happy.
You see these girls here drinking their WKD and they're like, oh, I'm living my best life. Darling, that's not your best life. That's not your best life.
No, but I'm happy.
You know that. You can live better. You live good.
No, but I'm happy. The thing is, fair enough, money can't buy you happiness.
You're right.
No, but I'm happy. Like, I can say I'm happy. I'm happy.
You're right. I totally agree with it. Yeah. When people say that, oh, the money changed you, the money never changed me. Yeah. It changed my standard of living.
Yeah, literally.
You get me?
I have something to say. Okay. What do you reckon would happen if, let's say, years and years ago, when the first human being appeared and whatever, what do you think they had for happiness?
Money.
What?
Because back in the day, they used to be tax collectors.
Are you talking Stone Age time?
Yeah.
So yeah, do you not think that power is more important than money? Let me ask you that.
Money gives you power.
But
Jeez,
it does, because money does give you power.
Money gives you power.
I'm saying my thing is, I can't remember where I heard it, but it's a quote saying money isn't everything, but money gets you power and power gets you anything.
At the end of the day, the happiness thing that we're talking about is way deeper than what we're referring to. That's why there's so much. You see where I'm coming from? The happiness itself is a concept. It's a case of the eye of the beholder, or whatever the thing is. Your happiness is what
you perceive it to be.
The problem is though, you're still going to have to measure yourself up, unfortunately, because of the way the world works, against anybody else you still come in contact with. Because you see my man pushing a beam or a range. After a while, you'll be like, you know what? Even if it takes you 3 years for you to change your mindset, you'll be like, you know what? I want myself a damn range too. So it's not necessarily because it's a bad thing. I think you are right in terms of the emphasis we put on it is a bit too much. But there's no way you're going to see everybody around you pushing whip and you're happy in a Honda Jazz. No.
Some people like that,
I'm not saying it will, but eventually, when you're rolling with people, you'll either drop off from the group, or you will maintain the group. You see where I'm coming from? That's why I told you, when you get a certain level of money, I'm not saying you will still be the same Malvin rolling with everybody, but your circle will change instantly. The way you think, and the reason you've got there, and the people who are at the top with that type of money is because of the way they think. Everybody who thinks the same, you see it, they do it even in class. Maths lessons, some of there's set 1, there's set 2, there's set 3. Bruv, if you ain't up here enough to go to set 1, you will stay in set 3. And if you're happy in set 3, again, it's your own choice. You're happy there. You don't need anything else. But if you're looking at set 1, you best up your damn game, bruv. So it's still going to come down to what you view as happiness.